You've got, like, rail shooters in the games. Like, you're in a fucking Resident Evil game and you're driving a car, killing, like, 500 people on motorcycles. It's like, what is going on? It's just like an action movie. It's over the top, but in a bad way. Revengeance, where you're punching the shit out of Armstrong, like, into his fucking chest. Like, okay, it's goofy, it's dumb. It's as dumb as driving a car into 500 different people, but, like, it's actually fun. So, yeah, that's the difference, in my opinion. Yeah, that. Like, Revengeance is awesome. I'm not sure. The Subnautica VOD might be there. Scroll back, you'll see it. You will literally see it through thumbnails. We played that game, I think, for like a week straight. So you're more than likely going to see it. And if you see it, just click it. Resident Evil 5 and 6 are down with like 4 and 5 ratings, bro. Those are the worst games we've played. We just got on. So I'm going to start DMC probably in about 3 hours. I will not be revisiting any game that I've beat outside of maybe the ones that weren't completed or the roguelikes. When I beat a game, if it's story-based, we're never going back. So I'm never going back to Elden Ring. I'm never going back to the Resident Evil games. I'm never going back to, Dark Souls or any of that stuff. We're completely done with the games. We have to move on. There's so many other games to play. If the event simmers down a little bit, maybe again we'll go back to like Hades or something and do reruns of the roguelikes. Because those games technically aren't done, even though we did play through them once. Each one of them once. But yeah, story games we're never going back to. Hollow Knight's the same thing. Hollow Knight was, that was really early on in the event. That was when we played League predominantly. Before we did, like, Turbo Variety. But, we'll see. I mean, there's a few games you never finished way back when. Again, during, like, predominantly League being played the most on stream instead of Variety. I mean, Hollow Knight's cool. Hollow Knight is cool, but Dark Souls... What it wants to do is be Dark Souls. What it wants to do is be this big exploration event where, you find bosses, uncover the truth, and all this stuff. The game is fine. I don't like it compared to, like, say, Dark Souls or anything like that, but it's well done. Okay, this is good. It is well done. I don't know what the hell. Cardi B, I don't listen to that stuff, man. Yeah, Revengeance was cool. Revengeance was, like, probably the stupidest game I've seen during this event, in a good way. It actually was a joke game, but in, like, the best way possible. It was cheesy. Like, very cheesy. Over-the-top cheesy. But, again, in the best way possible. Not like Resident Evil 6 over-the-top cheesy. That is the exact opposite of good.
Welcome.
And over-the-top. It is pure shit.
"30 seconds until minions spawn."
Okay, sir. No, it does, exactly. Revengeance is not only stupid and cheesy, but it's actually hype. Like, the very end of that game is so memorable. It's very good. I mean, a lot of that game is good. A lot of the boss fights are very memorable, right? Like, the end of the game is excellent. One of the best. How are we doing? We're good, sir. We are very good. It's early. It's like, what, 6 a.m.? 6:30 a.m. Yesterday, I was on at 8 a.m. And I think for now, 6:30 is, like, back to normal. Back to form. It's good. I think a lot of people here are still trying to wake up. It's a Friday. early in the morning, so we will be chilling, sir. I played Revengeance 2 in one sitting. It was excellent. Actually, was it one sitting? It might have been two. Just because I had gone to bed. You know, fuck, why'd I flash? Man, I had Triumph. I only flashed because the minions are gonna kill me. And I got the Triumph proc, and I'm like, oh. Oh, okay. Whoops. My bad. I would have died. I would have died there for sure. There's too many minions. Gangplank support. I like playing this actually. I think it's fun. I'm gonna keep spamming this for a little bit. I just wanna have fun playing video games. What a crime. Everyone's so angry. Everyone is angry. We're playing until 9 a.m. Yes, sir. Yeah. At 9 a.m., we're going to finish up Devil May Cry. Or finish up, I mean, I think we're like 7 hours in. Khaled, yo, buddy. We're good. And again, I hope everyone here is good. It's Friday. Everyone should be good. And if you're not, get your priorities straight. It's Friday! Jesus. You should be having fun. Friday is a great day. You know, I still want to play an RTS game. I have been hankering to play an RTS game for this event. I want some... What is a good campaign-based RTS game? Oh, you know what? Oh, no shooting proc. No way he takes that. What the fuck are you doing?
An enemy has been slain.
Stronghold Crusaders, StarCraft 2. For the sake of not being on the Blizzard client. Dude, I would... You know what? Can someone please suggest RCS games in, like, the Discord on Steam? Please. For, like, the event. Somebody please suggest an RTS game. Please. How about, like, Age of Mythology? Age of Empires? Something. I haven't played a fucking strategy game in ages. We're talking, like, base building... Total War doesn't count. Total War doesn't count. I want, like, traditional RTS. I've played Total War for ages. Suggest it in the Discord if it's on Steam. I'll take a look. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a nice change of pace from, like, typical games. Battle for Middle-earth. Is that not BMFE? Wouldn't it be BFME? Heroes of Might and Magic. Yuri's Revenge. I mean, dude, I really do like strategy games. I grew up on RTS games. And, you know, we've played so many different genres recently, but not a single RTS anywhere. Anywhere in sight. Shit. Hey! Ashi Sune! Look at that. Very kind of you. 5 gifted subs. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I will add that to the clock as well. That should be 10 minutes. Thank you. Awesome. Look at that. I just got on. And the first thing we get is 5 gifted. Very humble. Very kind. Thank you.
Has been slain.
I wonder when they're gonna do deals, sub deals on Twitch. I remember for the longest time they had like Black Friday sales. They had dude, the craziest thing that I've ever seen on this website was they did deals for I think at one point they had the Valorant deal where I think if you gifted 5 subs you got like a bonus of anywhere from 1 to 50. Something like that. Like, that was so crazy, man. How do you even manage to do that? That's nuts. The stream is never going to end. I hope you like streaming. You hope I like what I do for a living? Very demure, very kind. Very kind, actually. 5 subs is not cheap, man. Thank you. Yeah, Valorant, that was the craziest deal I've ever seen. You know, if you want to talk about things being life-changing for streamers, try having generous people, you know, giving you anything online, and then getting free subs from Valorant. Like, you know, hey, I like what you do, Tobias. Here's 5 subs. And then Valorant's like, here's 50 free more subs. That's crazy. That's not common on Twitch. It's very insane. Riot did pump it out, yeah, from selling skins or something, I'm not sure. Keys, yo, buddy. The Emperor of Mankind to his throne. And the only way to keep me alive is through subs, through bits, keeping the timer alive. Is this just the Emperor? No. The stream. I got paid for the gifted subs from Valorant. That's what I was saying. That's why it was so insane. That's crazy. That's not something you'd ever hear of. Like that was an insane deal. That was the craziest thing. Yeah, that's why it was mad. We're gonna continue with DMC5 at 9. Space Marine 3 was announced. I know. You know, Space Marine 3 should be announced. It should be. I mean, Space Marine 2 is incredible. It was amazing. September was crazy too. Yeah. They probably regret doing those things, for sure. Absolutely. I don't know how they managed. I mean, we could take him. We could take him. We could take him! This fucking scum! We could take him! Just don't get pulled. Aye, you scum! Aye, come on, you bastards! I can take him! I should have W'd. Whoops! I mean, you know, Space Marine 3, in my opinion, is going to do little in the way of expanding on what they did with 2. It's still going to be a boost from, like, what 2 was. Obviously, they're going to add things. But the foundation of what 2 is pretty much perfect. They don't need to, like, completely overhaul 2 to make it good. What I think they're going to do is take a lot of what they did in 2, add a few things, and then completely change the look of the game. In terms of, like, you know, where are they fighting now? Who are they fighting? Blah, blah, blah. Like, it'll be what? Necrons, they said? Most likely Necrons. No? Like, Space Marine 2 is a very good game. It is a very blunt and straightforward 40k game that is for the people. It's for the masses. How hard is it to stream? I stream 4-5 times a week, mainly Valorant, Rivals, and now League. Posting clips and shit on TikTok, Shorts, but I barely get any follows on those platforms. I mean, it's about you gotta sell what you're good at, man. Marketing. You gotta get your name out there. You gotta tell people what you're about, what you do. You know, for the sake of League, you know, way back when. I'm not gonna sit here and say, you know, what I was doing was average. But by God, I was good at what I did back in the day. I had the fire of a fucking lion. I was challenger. I was dumping on pro players. I had the fire of a beast. And I now have the fire of a potato bug. But, you know, back in the day, things were a bit different. You gotta get your name out there. You gotta let people know what you're doing, you know? I think it's very hard to be a streamer and just kind of, like, do something. You have to do something, exceptional to kind of, gain a bit of traction. Not saying, you know, what you're doing isn't good or anything, but for the sake of, for the sake of garnering, you know, a following, it could be through gameplay, it could be through, personality, whatever that means, to people. Just something. Shrewd. Hey, 5 gifted subs as well. Thank you so much, man. Look at that. Hey, 2 5 gifted subs this morning. Thank you so much. I will add that to the clock. There you are. Thank you, Shrewd. Bum tie, yo, buddy. Beyond, hello, sir. DMC is at 9 a.m. Yeah. But when it comes to, again, when it comes to streaming, man, a lot of it could be good. A lot of it could be luck. A lot of it could be hard work. A lot of it could be, I mean, like, networking and all this stuff. You know, you play a game with a streamer, and, you know, you guys do well, and then they're like, oh, let's play duo queue and whatnot. And then, you know, through that, you kind of have, you know, more people looking at you and your content, like, whatever it may be. Right, there's a million different things that go on with streaming, and I think at the end of the day, there is no cut and dry formula. There is no... There's no, like, flow chart you could follow in terms of gaining viewers or, you know, you could say making it, right? Streaming is weird, man. It's hard to explain, but I think for the most part, you need to be known for something. You need to be good at something. You know, I would like to attribute at least some of my success back in the day to just being very good at the game. And I think that's a fair thing to say. I think I was very good at the game. I'm still pretty good if I, you know, put a bit of backbone into it. But a lot of it is, you know, getting your name out there again. Being number one. Showing what you're good at, showing off your talents, right? We're here for the grind. Let's just do a full Age of Empires series. Age of Empires campaign. That could be fun. That could be very fun, legit. But you should still, you should still keep posting. You know, just because you aren't seeing, you know, anything right now, keep posting. Keep up the grind. You know, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to say give up on your dreams because, you know, you're not seeing 500 viewers, 200 viewers, 100 viewers, whatever it may be. Oh my god. You know, keep up with it, man. Keep up with it, and, you know, eventually, or, you know, when you find your people, you know, things will absolutely pick up. Do it from the heart, man. That's what streaming is. You know, I think a lot of people now that they see streaming as this, like, big, crazy, lucrative, like, oh, I get to sit around and play games and do all this stuff. Like, XQC runs an ad and makes $300 million. You know, it is crazy. It's crazy. Like, Kaisenet, what these guys do is crazy. It's insane. But it should still come from the heart. You should still want it. And, you know, keep working at it. Right? Show off what you're good at. Keep posting clips. You know, don't let it consume you. Right? It is hard to make it as a streamer. But don't give up on it. My heart ain't in it. Yeah. That's... I mean, a lot of people do enjoy audiences and playing games and talking to people. I certainly do. And I don't think at one point when I was a streamer, I never thought this would be anything. I never thought of even being a streamer. When I first streamed, it was just showing people how to play TF. Like, there was no such thing as, man, I can't wait to be a streamer. I can't wait to have viewers and this and that. I just wanted to show people what Twisted Fate was about. Well, I'm not saying you should compare yourself to Kaisenet or XQC or any of those guys, but what I'm saying is, a lot of people might see them and then say, wow, I want to be that. You know? You should just do what you do. You enjoy something, pursue that thing, right? Everyone on Twitch is in for something different, right? You've got people who like Kaisenet for his over-the-top, craziness. You've got people who like... fucking, I don't know, Tobias Fate because he yaps 24/7. You've got people who love Hello Kitty streamers because that's their favorite game, and, you know, that's their most relatable streamer because they like what they like. Whatever it may be, there's an audience for everyone. It's just kind of doing your thing, being consistent. Again, don't throw away everything you've done in life for the sake of pursuing streaming. But as a hobby, you know, if you've got school or work or anything, come home, stream a little bit. Again, like I said, get your name out there, right? There's something that you do that is different from other people, and eventually people will pick up on that, you know? Might take a while, but do it from the heart. I'd be happy with 10 chatters. Yeah, you know, things might pick up. What is League? Only yapping. League is a yapping game for sure. Not a raging lunatic. I'm now not a raging lunatic. I was. If you think I'm not a raging lunatic, just don't look back 2 to 3 years. That's all you gotta. You keep the illusion. Keep the illusion alive. Right? Keep living in ignorant bliss. Right? That's all I gotta say. Trust me. This stream was horrible at one point. I was consumed by the rage. By the Dung Eater's visions of God knows what. The visions of the Dung Eater. Oops, I'm not even warding. I mean, you know, I think over the years, it's not like you're trying to create a cult. I'm not a cult leader. I'm sure there are people out there on Twitch who think what they do is part of a cult. or rather, the community is very cultish. But, like, you know, people do pick up on certain things, right? Like, if you watch a streamer for a while, you'll probably start throwing a few words out that the streamer uses, right? Whatever it may be. But I just do my thing, man. I do my thing. I enjoy it. I'm glad that people are here to enjoy it as well. And, you know, how you go about your day with the words you say and whatnot, I mean, I'm not held accountable. I just do my thing. What made you change from a raging lunatic? Getting old. Getting wise. Realizing there's more to life than just winning a fucking league game. Having a dog. You know, having to think about the future and things in life where, you know, you just grow up. You age. And through aging, you know, your health deteriorates. Things come up that are completely out of your control. A lot of things, man. You know? As much as I'd love to think life is just a big game where you can play League all day and have fun, you know, there's a lot to life that isn't just gaming. So, I got a lot wiser, for sure. And I'll tell you right now, man, my dog, getting Mochi, has helped me immeasurably. You know, revisiting old passions like Warhammer, and us playing new games, stuff like that, you know, a lot of... variety. Variety is, like, key.
Killing spree. An enemy has been slain.
Well, I'm 28. I'm almost 30.
Enemy rampage. Shut down.
Well, I mean, there's just... when you play, or rather do something for so long, and you start getting really miserable because that one thing isn't as satisfying as it once was, you know, you need a change. People do things, you know, people have jobs and they go to school and, you know, maybe they take a course that they don't like, maybe they pursue a degree that in the end just wasn't their thing, but they thought they wanted it initially. You know, you need to take a step back and, like, reevaluate what you're doing sometimes. And I think for the sake of League, you know, you can sit here and you can wallow in misery and you can say, man, these games are so bad, and you just play day in and day out nonstop over and over and over again, but your mentality stays the same. You know? Like, you lose sight of what you're doing, right? League is still great, but it is not my entire being. It's not my very fiber. You know, I was a League of Legends streamer. I played League every day, nonstop. That was my thing. And when the game got shitty, or when I was not having fun, what I would still do is play League. Right? Even if the game didn't bring me joy, I'd still play League. But, you know, in the end, it did bring me joy, right? You could always say League is trash, League is this, and then you have that really, really crazy game where you do something that you're like, man, that's the reason I fell in love with League. But overall, I think... sometimes, you know, you just aren't happy. And you need a change of pace. So, instead of playing League 15 hours a day, you play it a bit less, you try something new. Or you play it more and you just fix your mentality, right? You try and find other ways to enjoy yourself while playing League. So for me, that was playing AP Graves, playing Gangplank support, just doing random things. Why is that exactly how I feel when I play League of Valorant? Just take a step back and, like, think about other ways. If you still like League, if you still enjoy League of Legends, which I think a lot of us do, and I do, you just need to reevaluate why you're playing this game. Why am I playing League? Right? Like, do I have fun winning every game playing GP? Am I gonna play TF forever and, you know, only play AP and always go for the cheesiest W possible, always meta chasing this, and this? Or am I just going to try and have a good time and take the Nexus? You know, there's ways to play these games that you can, you know, enjoy that are different from what you typically do. So for me, it was chilling the fuck out, trying to have a good time, playing random and weird things to keep it fresh, and just not taking it so seriously. You know, at one point I would have sat here and raged about 20 LP, and now I enjoy the game even more, even when I lose. Anyways, I'm rambling. I hope you kind of understand what I'm saying. Ugh. Ooh, I didn't one part. Oops. Does that make sense? Is that what I'm saying? Like, or is that what you get from what I'm saying? I feel like I've rambled so much. I don't know. I hope it makes sense. I can yap on for ages about things, but I hope it makes a shred of sense. Well, League is interesting because a lot of people say they hate this game, but at the end of the day, they still play it. Which means there is a shred of, I like this game in them still. Right?
Your team has destroyed a turret.
It's just kind of, again, reevaluating what you like about this game. Why are you still here? Do I need to only objectively play for the Nexus? Well, you should be objectively playing for the Nexus, but how do you get to the Nexus? How do you enjoy your experience while trying to win? You know, a lot of people just say this game's trash, this sucks, I hate being here, blah, blah, blah. And they're only going greasy tryhard 24/7, nonstop brain rot, fucking turbo running it down every time they don't get their way. Right? Like, what if the process is kind of where it's at? What if that's how you can, you know, take a step back and say, damn, League is kind of fun again? Man. It took years, but I finally realized I have fun playing League when I play with friends. Exactly. Exactly, and that's not a fucking crime. It is not a crime to enjoy a game. Oh my god, God forbid someone has fun in League of Legends. You know, people will say that and be like, oh, you're a fucking loser. You have fun playing League? What a loser. It's like, but isn't that what games are for? When you see so many miserable people playing ranked, do you think they're actually, like, enjoying the game at all? Or do they only enjoy the game when they're winning? You know what I mean? That's why everyone's so fucking miserable. It's because they only have fun when they win. There is no process. There is no, like, taking a step back and saying, you know what? Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe playing with friends. Maybe playing normals. Maybe playing ARAM. Maybe playing GANGPLANK support is what brings me joy. To a lot of people, winning is the only thing that brings them fun. Brings them any sort of satisfaction. And yes, winning at the end of the day is League of Legends, but, you know, you're not going to win every game. Don't get bent over losing 10 games in a row. It's not your fault 24/7. So, the process. Enjoy the process. You know, maybe, holy fucking schmoly. Dexterus, thank you, buddy.
An enemy has been slain.
Time spent enjoyed isn't time wasted. Exactly. There you go, right there, man. Exactly, 100%. There you go. Also, I will add your 2 minutes. Thank you. You're right. If you enjoyed your time doing something, that is a win. If you sit here and rage queue and hate everything, and you say, fuck, that was a waste of my time, and you hated every second of it, you've lost. You've lost. Hey, he's gifting another sub. Thanks, bro. League of Legends players are some of the most miserable fucking swines on this planet. They are. Bro, I was getting flamed by a guy in fucking Arena. The first game of Arena that I've ever played, yesterday, I had a guy flame, go AFK, refuse to play, try and forfeit. The guy was a freak. And that's the shit I'm talking about. Those people are miserable. It's like, why are you even playing League? Isn't it a game? Aren't you trying to have fun? When will you take the hat off? Never. It is a symbol of generosity. Shit. Rip.
An ally has been slain.
Little does the silly streamer know I'm also about to donate. And Tarek wants alerts. Okay, if you guys are going to threaten me with a good time, I will turn on the alerts. All right? It's fine by me.
Has been destroyed.
There, it's on. Zedric, yo, buddy. Still has a new year. I mean, it's kind of Christmas here every day, man. This is like some weird time capsule, fever dream. You know, we're still stuck in, like, 2024. Why are you listening to Tarek? He's a pay piggy. I listen to pay piggies, right? Isn't that true? That's what Reddit said. I'm dead. That was, I mean, to be fair, I am the support. I'm not the mid laner. To be fair. There's music on right now. Well, you know, we could do well, but that's not even, you know what, that's not my fault. No, we did well, but it's, we'll go again. I don't think a single person on my team kind of did much. That's okay, though. That's okay, it was fun. I think the old me would have sat there and flamed all of them endlessly, and then had gotten banned, and then would go offline for 3 weeks, and then come back and play Ivern at 3 a.m. But that's not me. That's the ill me. I'm okay. Let's go again. Okay, find match.